Hey, I'm Dr. J. Today, you and I are going to make a West African beef stew. What makes it West African? Harissa. This stuff is so good. If you guys have never used this before, it's just a West African spice. It's absolutely delicious. This is what it looks like, but it's going to change your everyday beef stew into something that's different. Your family is going to love it. I promise you. So I've got, of course, grass-fed, right? Organic. We've got some chuck roast here. This is 2.5 pounds. And I've got 1/4 cup of flour, just all-purpose flour. Just kind of spread it over there, just like that. Okay. This is going to help to thicken our sauce. Okay. Got some kosher salt. Got to flavor everything, right? Always good. And some black pepper. Okay, going in. And I'm just going to give this all a mix, just kind of coat it up. And then we're going to get our beef going. We're just going to saute it. I'm going to do about half of it at one time, and then I'll sear it a little bit, and then I'll do the other half, and then we'll get everything else in. It's so good. This is so quick. I mean, this would normally take you, maybe 2.5 hours or so on your stovetop. This will be done in about an hour from start to finish. Okay, so I'm just going to get about half the beef in. I've got a little bit of avocado oil in there that I had heating up, about 3 tablespoons. Okay. And all I want to do is just get a light brown on this. The beef kind of sucked up with the flour, that oil, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. So I always say it's just nice to have this handy next to you. Gonna let that just develop a little bit of color. It will take about 5 to 8 minutes to get this all browned up, and then we're gonna get everything else in the pot. Okay, so I've got the rest of the meat that's in the pan. I'm gonna leave it there, but I want you to see these brown bits. Okay, that just means delicious flavor. Okay, so those don't have to scare you. I have half a large red onion that I've got diced up. That's gonna go in. The onion's gonna release a little bit of its water. So this is the important thing. I'm just going to kind of stir everything around there. Going to let that onion cook just a tad. And I've got 1.5 cups organic beef stock going in. Low sodium if you can get it. Okay, just going to put a little bit in at the bottom because as this starts to bubble up, I'm going to make sure I scrape everything on the bottom of this Instant Pot. Not only is that going to be delicious, like you want those brown bits, it just adds great flavor to your stew, but also too, I want to clean everything off the bottom because that way, once I seal this up, I don't want to get what's called a burn notice on this. So we want to make sure the bottom's clean and it's doing double duty for us. It's getting delicious flavor into our stew. And then we're going to avoid that problem. So I'm going to kind of let it heat up just a little bit. As it does, I start to kind of scrape down. And you feel like the resistance, and then you'll feel it give away. So that's how you know that it's coming off. I love using the Instant Pot. It's amazing to me that, yes, you could absolutely make this stew on your stovetop or in your oven. But it's just like, it's so nice that you can do something so quickly, and it's going to make that meat, which would take so long because it's a cheaper cut of meat, right? It takes a longer time for that to loosen up, to get nice, soft, and tender. An hour total, like in this pot, and you're going to be done. Maybe a little bit over an hour, but from start to finish, I think that's pretty darn good, right? All right. Going to work for a few minutes at this, and then we're going to get everything else in. Okay, so now that I know everything is off the bottom there, I'm going to click this off. I'm going to get all the beef back in the pot. And you want to get all the drippings and everything. That's all just good stuff. Okay, so now we're just going to build. I'm going to put the rest of that beef stock in. Okay, so it was 1.5 cups total. I've got 1 small can of diced tomatoes. I've got 1 can of rinsed and drained chickpeas, garbanzo beans. They just add more protein, right? Let's get it in there any way we can. That's how I feel, right? Okay, and then now we're going to add all our seasoning. So I've got some coriander, some cumin, so good, some garlic powder going in, and then our harissa. I'm telling you, this is so good. You can get this at any grocery store now. I even saw this at Walmart the other day. So very easy to find. I think it's always like in your international foods aisle. Okay. Everything's in the pot. The only thing that is not going in yet are my potatoes. which I already have here. I've already washed them, cut them, and my carrots. Because these will only take about 7 minutes at the end. I like them to still be, to some, I want them to be tender, but I don't want them to be mushy. So let's give this all a good stir. Because remember, once I put that cover on, it's doing its thing. It's going to go for 35 minutes. Okay, so I want to get that harissa all mixed in. Wish you all could smell it already. It smells so good. Okay, that looks great to me. We're going to get the cover on the top. This is going to go on for 35 minutes on high pressure. It will take about 10-15 minutes for it to come up to pressure. 35 minutes. When it goes off, I'm going to do a quick release, which means some Instant Pots have a slide. Mine has a push. We're going to get all the steam to release. Then we're going to add in our veggies, 7 minutes, and we're going to have stew. That's simple. All right, time's up. It's going to hit the cancel. Just going to press our quick release. Get all that steam out. Okay, so all the pressure has been released. Just going to get the top. Oh my gosh, it smells so good, everybody. My goodness. Okay, so we're going to add carrots in. They're just peeled, chopped up. About 6 good-sized carrots there. I have 1.5 pounds of potatoes. I love these little purple, red, and gold ones going in. And I also got a little bit of seasoning. So a little bit of kosher salt, a little bit of ground black pepper. Those potatoes and carrots can really use that seasoning. I'm going to give it all a good mix. Oh my gosh. That meat is going to be so amazing. Everything's stirred nicely. Okay, we're going to get the top back on. 7 minutes is all it's going to take. Isn't that crazy? Cook things so fast. Okay, high pressure. And just going to bring this down to 7. Few minutes, we're going to have dinner. Okay, pin is dropped. We're going to open this up and we're going to have dinner. Ooh, amazing. Amazing. Okay, just going to give it a nice stir. Okay, Eric and I are going to give this a taste for you. Oh my God. Looks beautiful. Right. So I know you've had this before because remember, we always test our recipes for you.
I'm excited.
So it's been a few weeks ago that I made this, but I've been kind of craving it ever since.
Yeah, it's that harissa.
I know.
Unbelievable. I never knew I needed that in my life.
You know, it's so funny. So my best friend, one of my best friends, Renee, like years ago, we went to Tunisia, Northern Africa. It's the first time I actually ever had it. It was amazing. They served it there with like some olive oil, some olives, and some tuna. It was delicious, absolutely delicious. But I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
So Renee, I bet you remember that. So, but you want this in your stew. Oh, so good.
It takes it to a whole new level.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going in. I'm going to get just
chickpeas.
I know. Me too. I know. We both love our chickpeas.
I do. Let me get a carrot.
Yep.
Everything
I know. I can't either. So I'm just going to go just a little bit there. Okay.
All right. Wow.
It's so good.
Well, the meat is just perfectly tender. Just melts in your mouth.
Yep.
And then, of course, the chickpeas are awesome. There's great spices, but the harissa,
it's so good.
Just comes through. I don't even know how to describe the flavor.
I don't either. It's really it's just rich, and it also too like you can buy at different levels. This is mild. There's really no kick to this at all.
No.
If you wanted to, you could get like a medium, or you could throw some red pepper flakes in there. But this is just like I don't know, and it's also they got the cumin and the coriander. It's just such a rich, rich stew. Well, I really hope you like these recipes. If you do, please share with your friends and family. If you have not subscribed yet, please do that as well. And don't forget to click that bell. That way you know when our next recipe is coming out, our next video. All right, love y'all.